And I froze. Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and we've just changed the channel name to Madame Tortuga's Lounge. So if you're logged in on YouTube, that's where you can find us from now on with shameless self-promotion. Tonight I have a dear friend on, a shop owner in your local area, Paula from the Barefoot Gypsy. Y'all, it's been a long week, so we're just gonna enjoy the experience. Paula, tell us a little bit about the Barefoot Gypsy.
Oh, Barefoot Gypsy. Barefoot Gypsy is my baby. I refer to her as a she because that's what she is to me. She has her own little demeanor, her own persona. And I don't know. Metaphysical shop. We try to keep a little bit of everything in there. I say we, it's me now. Good God, Paula. Just did a huge order because I cashed in a 401k. So I'm now getting inventory in the shop. I know people would be glad to see some new stuff on the shelves. I know I will. Oh gosh. And I have seen more than a couple people when they hang around Barefoot Gypsy, if they are suspecting that they have some kind of a talent or oh gosh, for lack of a better word, power, it begins to blossom. They tune in to themselves, to the psychic abilities or whatever it is that they're doing. So she's got, I haven't quite figured out what all Barefoot Gypsy does, but that she does that to people. And I love that about her. I try to keep her as a safe place where people can come and hang out and meet people of, on the pagan path, like-minded, and no one will judge them because I'll beat a buddy. I'll beat a butt. I can't do that. I can't say that here, can I? I'm sorry. But yes.
I'm never quite sure where the line is, but I have used every swear word. At this point, it is an adult show, so feel free to run your mouth.
Oh, you don't even want to give me that freedom. But yes, I'll beat an ass if I catch anyone mistreating someone else straight up. Because, who are we to judge anyone else?
That's right.
We are. I don't think we're anyone that should be judging anyone else. We might not understand their path, but we should not bash their path or their choices or whatever.
Forgot to turn off my Facebook. There we go. That's cool though. I've been around your shop for quite a while now, and I fell in instant love. So the first time, I think we met at an event the first time, because I remember being blown away at, I don't know, it wasn't stuff that you would see in just a regular bookstore. Some of your inventory is fairly unique and interesting.
Well, we came from wildflowers, so we're a sprout, I guess. I became friends with Carolyn way back, and she would even ask me and David, to come and help them at events. I think it was the last witches ball that was at, it's now a sports complex thing, and
I know what you're talking about, in the bar.
Yeah, it was the witches ball they had there. That was the first time I helped her, and then we helped at Beltane. We set up together. That was the first
time I met you. That was the first time I met you, because I made the $300 I used to make my escape from my ex at that event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were doing your own cards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had to rack my brain to think about where I met you, and I think it was there.
That must have been it. Lou was running it. Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. Yep.
That was a hell of an event. I've been to a few. That one, Beltane in the Forest, was another epic event.
Yes. Yeah, I would like to see someone pick that up and run with it again. Don't know where they would have it. I would love to have land somewhere like Wisteria that's closer, right, where, to be able to do something like that. Just, hands are tied right now.
Right. Well, I think here's the thing. I do know that we have a project that we're not ready to announce, because I want to have things ready to go before we say or speak things into existence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that I feel an undercurrent of the community starting to gather a bit. Like, we've all been separated by the COVID, and I really think people are slowly, like, rejoining.
Mm-hmm. Yep. People are craving that camaraderie, that togetherness, the companionship, just getting together and hanging out for a few hours with somebody who is okay to talk to and not going, like I said, not going to judge you. And even
Right.
if you don't see eye to eye on a few things, there's still the people that you can sit down with and just chill.
Yeah, and that's nice. You realize, I kind of rebuilt myself as Dottie the psychic. Like, I didn't realize, like, how far back we really did know each other, but, like, you were there at the beginning of my personal transformation.
Cool.
Like, that event that we met at, I made the money I used to make my escape from my ex. That's the money I moved with. That was a hell of an event. It was so much dancing and music, and the party went all night.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I love overnight events. We do those with the SCA sometime, where you get like everybody like gets rooms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Barefoot Gypsy, I'm actually, you know what? I'm really glad. I first want to say thank you, Paula, for coming on at such short notice. We had kind of left who was going to be here today, kind of a secret, because we've had a string of cancellations through no fault of anybody's. And the person that we invited on tonight, we knew may or may not be able to make it just because of things and stuff. Things and stuff. None of my damn business, as they used to say. Hopefully we can reschedule with her or make some sort of announcement, but I'm not going to do that until we speak to her. So Paula just happened to be free tonight and just happens to be kind of like one of the most awesome people in the world.
Boring life, okay?
It's not that boring. It is really not that boring. My life's freaking enchanted right now. I like to keep it that way.
Well, I like my boring life. It fits me.
You know what? There is nothing wrong with a little stability. There is nothing wrong with wanting to, build your own life intentionally.
Right. And that's kind of what I'm doing now.
That's cool.
One little brick at a time.
I think you're amazing. I really do.
Well, thank you. I wish I was.
I think you are. You do. Here's the thing. Okay, folks, this is something I want to let you know now. Like, part of the reasons I will always try to do whatever I can to promote local metaphysical shops. Right now, I've got Earth Magic is in my editing software. I've talked to Shauna, but we can't make any plans just yet, but I always want to try and promote our shops because they really are the anchor of the community. These are places where we gather in a lot of ways. And these are the people who, and Paula, you have taken in quite a few people that would not have otherwise had anybody to show them how not to get hurt.
That's an interesting way to put that.
It's a very long-winded way to put that. It was a very floral way of putting that. But yeah, definitely I wanted to thank you for coming on, and I definitely want to thank you for what you do to help lead the community.
Well, thank you. It's what I like. I love this community. I have found more acceptance here than I ever, because I came from the church side, straight up. I was as deep as you can get. Missionary to Romania and Sri Lanka.
That sounds so romantic and
Oh,
creepy.
it does. Sri Lanka is the nastiest country I've ever been in my life. There's sewer running down the freaking streets. There's goats and people and dogs eating out of the same trash piles. But I tell you what, there's people there that will love you like no other. The gypsy villages, they have dirt floors that they sweep so much it looks like linoleum. And those people will hug the love right off your bones. They have little and they give so much. I've never met people like that in my life. I value that time there. I don't count my time on the church side as a lost. I took a lot of lessons from that, but this side, that's a whole other world away. That's on the other side of the world. I can't get there every day. I live here, and I need to feel accepted here, and the pagan community makes me feel accepted here. So that's where I'm at.
That was fucking beautiful.
I mean, when you reach that brass ceiling and you don't get answers, right? You have to start examining why you're not getting answers. And when your leaders, your so-called leaders, can't answer you, then you start doing your soul searching and your shadow. I count it as shadow work. It's soul searching. Why? The whys and the hows and the whos and the whats in the middle of the night or the middle of the day when you're all alone and you're trying to figure the whole shit out. Life's just a giant shit show. You have to figure it out yourself.
That is some country knowledge right there.
We've all just got a different color of shit to wade through. I mean, we're all wading through the same stuff.
Amen, sister. Amen.
And if we can form a chain of people to help get other people through it, why not? And that's what the pagan community does, that the church community doesn't. The church community will ask you, what did you do to deserve that shit on your shoes or on your knees or on your face? But the pagan community doesn't do that. They will that's what I've seen anyway. They'll extend a hand. Well, let me help you. What can I do to help you? What do you need to talk about?
How can we get you stable?
And yes, and that's what I want to promote. Somebody did that for me. That's what I want to promote and pay forward.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I can definitely see it. And I'm really hoping that this helps bring in customers for you. So if anybody would like to check out, the scroll at the bottom of this is the website, the barefootgypsy.com. Is that the right one?
Yeah, it's barefoot-gypsy.com. And I'm sorry, I haven't been on that website. I'm very much, like you said a little while ago, I don't like computers. And they don't like me very often. And I'm horrible about getting on there and changing stuff when I need to. But I'm going to try to do better. That's my intention for the new year, because I don't do resolutions. But my intention is to in the next few weeks to get a load of drywall and get that room above BG finished out and put some tattooers up there. I want to get a tattoo shop up there. Because come on.
That would be cool.
Nobody can have just one tattoo, right?
Just make sure.
I need this finished.
Okay, so we're going to talk tattoos. I've got some tattoos. Have you ever seen my tattoos?
I might have. I can't remember if I have or not.
I don't do this on air very often.
Hopefully they're not where we can't see. Oh, there you go. Okay. I don't have any back there because I like looking at mine.
No, I got them back here because that was the flattest, nicest piece of skin. So I want to get another tattoo that is going to be like a pattern so that when I die, they can cut it out and make a book binding out of it.
Oh, I can only hope my children cut my tattoos off and frame them and hang them in their living rooms. I've got some started here. This is going to be finished as soon as I can get the girl in there, and this one. And then I've got some on my feet that I need tweaked. I can't get my foot up there. I'm sorry, I'm not that limber anymore.
That's all right.
Well, I might be able to. I've got more grandchildren to put on my feet. Children.
That's cool. No,
But
I
yeah,
love
that's
those
the
kind of.
plan. That's the plan for BG right now. And then also get more, more new and more cooler stuff in there for customers. I mean, I'm open to ideas if anybody has a suggestion. I have a space. I just need another futon and a couple of chairs to put back there where people would just sit and chill.
That'd be cool. Like make it like a little just study room in the front and like a tattoo area.
Well, the tattoo area will be upstairs in the upstairs area. But a place to sit downstairs. We took out all the adult toys and put them in boxes, and they're in storage right now. But where the adult toys were, and I've got a coffee pot in there if anybody wants coffee, and I'll get some teas eventually, and I try to keep a few snacks in there, and just a little area to sit and chill if you just want to sit and chill with somebody and talk.
That's cool. You know what? Actually, that's great, especially for. I know that you have a legion of loyal psychic children that I all love and adore. Every one of them I've met. Every one of you, they have been so kind to me and such good people.
My babies. They're my babies. Yeah. And we do the Psychic Saturdays every first Saturday of the month. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it January and February just because the weather is so iffy in January and February. And I don't want to put it out there that we're doing it. And then, weather says we can't. I mean, I hate to cancel stuff, but so that's kind of up in the air.
That is. Okay, so we are let's go ahead and take a break there. Hey, Joe, roll that beautiful beam footage, and we will be right back to talk more about the Barefoot Gypsy.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Asen Knight. Hi, Asen. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Van chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit TracyVan.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal, and I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you would come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
I missed my point. I missed my prompt.
It happens.
It does. Okay, so honestly, like I had heard some of these stories. I'd heard tellings of these stories. You have a very strong reputation in the community that seems very well earned. Like, you know, you just hear bits and pieces that you've been told from time to time and hanging out. And I have always had a great time at the Barefoot Gypsy. I know that would you have the grand opening? Are you planning on doing any more like party style events, like weekend events?
Probably not in the winter. We'll probably do something for the anniversary in May. Just because, or between May and June, because BG's birthday is actually the is it the first weekend of June? I can't remember now, but it's around June. And then the anniversary down here at the house would be in May. So probably May, June, we'll do like an anniversary thing. And I would love to have the Queens come back and, you know, drum circle and just go through the whole shebang, because I love it. I love seeing everybody out there having a good time.
That was so much fun. Like and I've seen such a genuine variety of people. Like I think that anybody who kind of comes with an open mind can find somebody to talk to. It seems like you've got some of this, like some of the more, shall we say, like darker paths, and the lighter paths can kind of come together. It seems like there's equal space for everybody.
Oh yeah, well, and that's what Carolyn was all about. Carolyn Rexroad. She was all about making sure she had things in the shop that would appeal to all paths to the divine. And whether that's a very dark path or a very, you know, love and light. But, you know, I think if people have the light, they also have a touch of the dark, and vice versa, because it has to be a yin yang thing. You can't be all one. It's kind of like the Joker, a God that's all knowing. You know, I can't remember his quote, but you can't be all one. You have to be a mixture of both to have that balance. And it's not that you're going to tap into the dark side, but it's still there. It still hovers. I mean, there's people that I want to do hateful things to all the time. I just don't act on it. You know, you just don't give into it.
Yeah. It would be nice though sometimes.
Oh, trust me, if that black wand would work, people don't want that in my hands, because, you know how we are. We're very impetuous creatures, us humans.
Yeah.
We will do something today and regret it tomorrow.
It's always good to have a cool down period before you take an action. Don't react.
Yes, it is.
I gotta show you my robe real quick because I gotta show it off. Let's see. See there.
Ooh, pretty. I like.
And I need to I've got another tie I'm getting ready. I'm cutting another tie to go on the inside so it'll stay where I put it.
Yeah. That's nice.
But
I feel underdressed in my wife beater and sweater.
this thing is so comfy though. Like this thing is so comfy. This is my like stage robe.
Oh shoot. I've been wearing that watching Wednesday.
I have been. I have not been. I have not got to see Wednesday yet. I want to watch Wednesday, but like I
Dude,
need
you
fans.
need to watch it. I've been through it like 7 times. And I see something different every time I watch it.
I've been going back and watching Sandman with my boyfriend. So
Sandman. I love the Sandman.
I know.
Been through
It's
that a couple
kind of
times,
romantic.
I haven't had Netflix for a hot minute, and someone put it on my TV, pretty much against my will. But because I know how I am, if I don't have it, I'm not addicted. But if I have it, it's like, TV crack, and you just have to. But because I find I spend a lot of time there, but
yeah, just suck your brain in.
Especially Sandman. I don't know what it is about that one.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. You know exactly what it is if you think about it too. Damn, he is yummy. Let's just say he is a goth girl's dream.
He is.
He is my Morpheus.
Yummy's the word, yes.
He was like, he is dream to me now. Like, I read the comic books. My ex gave me the first half of the omnibus. And I got about halfway through and then I stopped.
Cool.
But that is like so many of those stories were in there.
I love the robe.
Thank you. Check it out. Like, do you see like the?
I feel like my head's all naked now because I could go get my hat. It's right there, but I'm not ready yet. Nice.
I can't help but show it off. Look, I got the pockets. I need to sew them. I still haven't sewed the pockets on.
Oh, okay.
These big ass pockets.
You gotta have pockets,
right?
That's
Just
like a
like
rule.
right here. I'll drop them down a little bit lower. Right in here somewhere.
Okay, you made me jealous enough that I have to have my hat now. How is this thing going? Now, there.
Now we're properly dressed for the affair.
Yeah, this is proper attire for a shindig.
This is just like, you know what? This is like totally just a fucking Monday for us. Like, we just happen to have these.
Is it only
around
Monday? You are kidding me. Today's been like a week long.
I feel you, girl. I feel you. I am feeling you right now. Like,
yeah.
I introduced the boyfriend to my like sister's friends. It went well. It went well.
Yeah. Good. So
yeah, this is my off.
What are you collaborating on now?
Right now, I mean, honest to God, right now I'm getting my first, like it's winter break, so I got to be strategic because I am going through. I'm going back to college.
You go, girl.
I'm gonna make a fucking go of it. I got a guy in my life that I really, every time I look at him, I see my future, and it's a good thing. And that's not. It is. It's
Nothing
nice.
like it, is there?
It's nice.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And I've got Dottie the Psychic, which is the tool I use to exit an old life. Like, in my tower moment, I chose a direction, and it was Dottie the Psychic, and I'm fucking here, ladies and gentlemen, and I am not going anywhere. I'm only getting better.
Yep. There you go.
You know?
It's there. It's in you. Use it.
Man, I tell you what, if you go back and you watch
that.
I do. Like, I really got into this channel. Like, the first videos on this channel are from like right after I left my ex. I first figured out that there was editing software built into the computer, just like Windows Photo Editor. So you could see my first videos where I'm just trying like hell. I've got a, like, that's how far back that this goes. I have been working on Dottie the Psychic for a long time. And she's finally starting to come to life.
Good. Well, I think she's been alive all along. You just haven't
She's been
really
alive a while.
really tapped into her yet.
It's a process. It is a lifelong process. This is a character that I am perpetually developing. And it
Yeah.
is me. It's like total control of your destiny. And you
Oh,
just,
yeah.
honesty and kindness will eventually fuel it, direct and fuel that engine.
Yep. Grab it and growl, girl. Go for it.
I'm fucking going for it, man. With everything I got. You know what? I may not make it, but I'm going to put on a hell of a show until I don't.
There you go. There you go.
You've really been a part of that healing. Like
Good.
you and the Crystal Lotus, and I know that I always, like, the two, I know you're in Milton and she's in St. Albans, and the two of you together helped me become the witch I am now. Like, you and a few other people in my life. But, like, they're kind of like landmarks in the pagan community.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
I'm glad you can understand me through this fucking head cold. I feel like I'm whining at you.
It's okay. You need some, what is it? Mullion?
I need a hot toddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, girl. Get you a hot toddy. I got some Drambuie over here if you want some.
I'd have to drive all the way down there, but I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna give me some, like, I need some
Jim
whiskey. I
Beam.
need to be old school, you know?
Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, it's all the same. I know they will argue with me, but that and a Coke and some honey and, yeah, hot water. Do it.
Yeah.
Let that shit out.
That's what you gotta do. Just steam your face.
Yeah.
I think I got my boyfriend sick. He's been sleeping a lot. Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Oh well. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, a lot of my people are sick too. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it worse when I'm sick. Well, not worse, but I hate it when I'm sick. But I hate it. I think I hate it worse when they're sick because, I don't know. You just hate to see the people you love sick.
Yeah. I would rather be sick than have someone I love sick.
This is true. But I make a killer chicken chorba that I learned to make in Romania. And even they don't count it as witchcraft, but it is. It's a whole chicken. And the way you make it, you stir your intention into it. It's the most healing shit I've ever eaten in my life. So if you need some, I have some in the freezer, girl. And I can make another big ass pot. It takes a day. I have a day tomorrow. I'm not working. The shop's not open, so I can totally.
I got a bunch of stuff going on, but thank you. I may have to come hit you up if this keeps going.
Well,
I'm gonna try the hot toddy
do it
first.
anyway. Because like I said, everybody's sick, but there'll be some here for you if you want it.
Okay, I appreciate it. I really do. That is such a mother thing to do. You see, this is why y'all are the community mothers. She just offered to feed me, folks.
Yeah, that's me, and I've never been that, but I kind of grew into it. It's like, are you hungry? I'll feed you if you're hungry. I'm good. We might eat chicken nuggets and rice, but hell, we'll eat.
I appreciate that. We actually did have 2 comments. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized I have set on private chat this whole time.
Right.
Yes. Anybody still out there? It's Brenda and Shannon, so say hello. Sorry. Let's go back to what we were doing. There's... Can you see the chats?
No, I see nothing. I
You see nothing?
have to stick my nose in the air to look through the bottom of my bifocals like a
Fair
moron.
enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Because I chose
So
to put it on my phone and it's this big instead of my computer that would probably be bigger, but that's okay.
you know what? You kind of did it on a moment's notice too. So I really appreciate that.
And I'm not technical at all. It said copy and paste, and I can't copy and paste from the phone to the computer. So I just ran with the phone.
Do you still have the spot in the flea market?
Yes, ma'am. That spot will be there as long as I can keep it open. Right now, I can still keep it open. I just did a huge, can I say huge ass order? I just did a huge ass inventory order from several places. And I should be getting the stuff in there. Hopefully, if it comes Friday, I can bust ass and get some stuff in the flea market on Friday. If not, it'll be Saturday. Be nicer if it comes on Thursday and I can get it in there on Friday, but you never know about the delivery people. FedEx, UPS. I mean, the delivery guys are nice. It's the whole system that kind of slows shit down. But yeah, I should be getting a whole new load of stuff, and it'll be everything. It'll be bracelets and journals and oils and candles and everything. And I've kind of kicked the door open on consignment, so I have people bringing other things in. I want to celebrate the people that sit and at home at night in the wee hours of the night, the crafters and the handmade makers, and open a space up for them. But you need to keep a list of the crap you have in there. Not crap, excuse me, the stuff you have in there so that I don't have to. That's all I ask. But yeah, lots of handmade things coming in.
That's cool. Yeah, I know that you've got Hearth Obscura and Fey Clip stuff, don't you?
Yes, and White Wolf. I can't think of the whole name, but it's White Wolf. She hails from Ohio, and I've got a couple of other people that are going to be bringing some things in. My phone is doing weird shit. I know the Old Lady on 6th. There is another business that people should go check out. The Old Lady on 6th Avenue in Huntington. And I know I'm supposed to be all about me with shameless promotion.
No, this is community building.
This is what I do. I promote other people too. He is wonderful. He makes these beautiful windows and doors. And Michelle from Hearth Obscura, she has her things in there. The clay pieces and things, and he has other things, but it's beautiful stuff if people just give it a chance and look at it. And he's supposed to be bringing some windows in for consignment, just to try to help him out a little bit, because I've got the space. I might as well use it.
Yeah, okay. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that.
I mean, we're not supposed to journey through this existence on our own. We should be helping people along the way and holding hands, like the chain of, wading through the shitstorm that is our life. But if somebody wants to...
I want that on a fucking shirt. My theory in life is that it's a shitstorm.
Well, let me tell you, I have a t-shirt machine in my closet, in my big ass closet, that I need to learn how to work so that I can start making money with that thing. But yeah, that's another t-shirt. But if we can help launch people or help them find their footing in their business to get their own business up and running, why not? Why not? It helps us too.
That's right.
So
this is a community.
Yes, it should be a community. It should be a community. And sometimes people lose sight. They get veered off and they lose sight of the bigger picture. And I get that too. I understand that, but we need to be more about the community and promoting each other and helping it. It's that whole thing, that meme that I see on Facebook all the time. You know, be the bitch that fixes another woman's crown and doesn't tell her
Right.
what's wrong with her. Just fix her, just straighten her crown, give her a kiss, and go along your way.
Yeah. You know, that's a good way to put it. That's part of why I do this, because like this is my like this show is kind of meant
It's your
to
way of
be-
fixing crowns.
Yeah, like it's a step up. You know, you come in, you bring good talent in, and you get a little boost. Everybody gets a little boost out of it.
Right.
It is like
Angelfish.
you-
Have you ever watched Angelfish?
no.
I worked in a it's not home health, but it was in home services, and my supervisor had angelfish in his office, and I watched these two angelfish that he put together, and they literally chewed each other apart. They
Holy
looked
shit.
horrible. They looked horrible because they'll eat each other's fins, and that's how humans are. We will eat somebody else's fins and nitpick at them and chew away their psyche, and to the point that they don't even know who they are anymore. And that's not how it's supposed to be. He had to separate them into two different tanks for them to be okay, because they would eventually kill each other. But that's how I see people sometimes, as angelfish. They just nip at each other and chew away. And that's not what we're about. At least that's not what the pagans should be about. We should be better than that.
I agree. I really agree. Like it's about coming together. I mean, honestly, it's getting a little fucking scary out there. I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's getting a little fucking scary out there, folks. And I just think that this is a good time to set aside silly things, because God forbid something really terrible does happen. It's easier to come together in an emergency than to figure it out at the time. Like we need to be friends.
Yes. Yeah. We need a safe place. We need safe people to be with. Who are you going to lean on? Who are you going to turn to? Who are you going to talk to? You're going to have to turn to somebody.
Right.
We're not intended. Humans are not intended to be alone.
That's
We're
right.
We're pack animals. We have to have our pack.
Tell me more about your kid. If this is not a triggering subject, if you don't want to talk about it, I absolutely understand. But would you tell us a little bit more about your missionary days?
My missionary days. Oh gosh.
Yeah, tell us about the weird shit. We want to hear the weird shit.
Oh gosh. Sri Lanka. Ooh, Sri Lanka was a weird little country. And like I said, sewer running through the streets. And this was a major city too. If you've ever watched Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, he did one of his shows in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And we were very near that big white hotel that he stayed in. He cracked me up in that episode because he stayed sick. You could see the green in his face, because you will shit your brains out there like no other place, because you can't drink the water, you can barely eat the food, and eventually something will get your gut. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah, and I was the one that got chosen by the universe to be the sufferer, which is probably a good thing. But we had 3 flat tires in one day. 3. And the guy that was our host, his name was Waruna. And I know the last flat tire we got, he hit his little bald head on the back of the car. And I know he wanted to cuss so bad, but he couldn't, because here's these missionaries in his car. And there was fruit bats that I swear to God, they were this big. They were like a 5 feet freaking wingspan. And they come out the day. They're not afraid. And his little bald head, they were dive bombing him from the trees. Oh, yeah, it was fun.
Oh, the poor man.
It was so much fun. And on the second flat tire, we had to catch a
poor
bus.
man got attacked by bats. Oh my God.
Yeah, they have bats like we have pigeons. And they have crows like we have pigeons. We have squirrels. They have monkeys. The monkeys will crawl in your house and steal clothing and stuff right off the porch. There's no air conditioning. Well, I guess if you're very wealthy, you have air conditioning, but most of them don't. They have these windows that are open at the top to let the heat, because it's very, very, very tropical. And the open windows at the top just lets the heat out, but not really, because I sweated. I lost like 20 pounds in 10 days because sweat, like epic sweat. No hot water in the shower because you didn't freaking need it. And there's lizards walking all over the shower while you're in the shower because there's open windows. It was crazy. It was crazy. Talk about culture shock. The bugs, you could hear them walking on the damn floor. The roaches, like roaches. Florida ain't got nothing compared to this place, okay? There were things that looked like walking mustaches running around. You could, and
Holy
because
shit.
it's literally, if you put your finger on the globe on West Virginia and go straight through the globe and go down a little bit, that's Sri Lanka. It's below the equator. And so you're in a whole different time frame. And I was awake at night and sleepy as shit in the daytime. So at night, I would sit up and type and write and stuff. And I would hear these freaking bugs walking in the hallways. And you had to have a mosquito net on your bed for real reasons. I remember the first night we were there, you could hear all these bugs. And I said, I'm going to turn on a flashlight. And David was like, no, don't do it. And I did it anyway. Oh my God, the whole mosquito net on the bed was covered with bugs, and they were licking. You could see them licking the netting because they just wanted at you. It's freaky. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. And I'm sorry, I just kind of spewed that out. Oh, and the toilets. The public toilets are usually outhouses with no toilet. There's just like a thing in the floor with foot pads. And I thought it was idiot proof, but it's not. Okay. It's not. There's no water in the toilets. There's a bucket of water. And I don't even know what that was for. I didn't touch it. Wet wipes and a roll of Charmin is your best friend when you go to places like that.
Wow. That's intense. Okay.
That's the weird part.
Wait, we're going to take a break. And then I want to hear more of this. Okay, we will be back with the Barefoot Gypsy after a few messages from our sponsors. Joe, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Welcome back, Goblins! My name is Jason, and I am the host of the Esoteric Book Club, a podcast that examines titles on the magical, paranormal, the mysterious, and the strange. I release 2 episodes a month in which I review books on esoteric topics, recap news of the weird, and conduct interviews with authors, practitioners, and experiencers. The Esoteric Book Club can be found on every major podcast service or can be streamed directly from esotericbookclub.org.
Hi, I'm Tracy Van. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvan.com. That's TRACYVANN.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth, I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, Techie Joe here. I work with Asa Knight and some of the best psychics in West Virginia to create amazing live streams and podcasts for the Psychic Coffee Shop Network. Together, we brew up great content discussing news, events, hot topics, and more, all from a psychic perspective. On the Psychic Coffee Shop, we interview amazing authors in the metaphysical realm. Coffee and Tea combines ASIN with Tracy, Dottie, Natalie, or Lady Gwendolyn for the good and the bad of being a psychic. Shameless Self-Promotion with Dottie the Psychic talks to leading and emerging YouTubers and business owners in our community. Mountain Bears brings you the latest in LGBT news and politics. The Psychic That Plans answers the question of, well, how a psychic plans. Plus, we're live on air. We take your comments and your questions, including psychic advice questions. Check out our amazing programming, book an appointment with top psychics, and find out all the wonderful things we have to offer at PCSBnetwork.com today.
Hi, I'm Asa Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your most spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting asaandnight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that call now button there on my site. Great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy.
Don't work.
Okay, before we go any further into the story, because this is kind of one of those thrilling stories, let's remind everybody where they can find you and everything you're doing. You know, how can people be a part of Barefoot Gypsy?
Sure. Okay. There is a Facebook page. There is an Instagram page. There is a website. Barefoot-gypsy.com. I will try to do better at keeping it updated. There's calendar on the website. We just finished with one of the classes from Michelle, and we will be picking another one up maybe in, I think she said in March, because she wants to get through the bad weather with the whole, Appalachian Cauldron series. So
yeah, I know I keep pestering the hell out of you to do a divination class. I don't need to. I don't want to. I can't. I don't have time for it. But one of these days, I want to do a divination class.
I've had a few people asking me for them.
I'm good at it. It's my profession, man. I'm a professional. Dottie School of Divination.
And Gracie wants to say hello. Come here.
Hello, Gracie.
There she is. She's wired for sound right now. Sorry. She's napped all day. So now she's like, pay attention to me.
Okay, so we can find more on Facebook. I know you have 2 locations.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both in Milton. One is at the Milton Flea Market, and then the other one, what are your store hours? Like how?
Milton Flea Market is Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 9 to 5 and Sundays 10 to 4. And the house is almost across from the Milton Flea Market. We're just almost across from the halfway market. If you come out of the Milton Flea Market, you'll see Giovanni's on your right. And we are the road right next to Giovanni's and the first house on the left. It's 260 Trenell Heights. If you pop that into your GPS, it should bring you right here. And yes, it is in a garage, but no, it does not look like a garage on the inside. And that's what usually people say when they walk in. Oh, this doesn't look like a garage.
You all put a lot of work into it. Like,
well, the people that I bought the house from, the man was a cabinet builder, and he had that as his big shop. So it would just made sense that whenever my lease was up at the plaza to move the shop up here.
yeah, I know you said that it would cost like an insane amount of money to get that to open, keep that shop up for rent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Porky Pig impression. That happens. Sometimes my brain does not work correctly, and I have just learned to enjoy it.
It should be like Thursday, but it's only Monday.
I know. Trust me, I know. But so yeah, trying to think of other stuff. Tell us a little bit more about did you say you went to Romania?
Oh, Romania. I wanted to go to Brahms Castle, but I was not allowed to, obviously, because you're a missionary, you don't need to see that stuff. But most of the places that we went to in Romania were gypsy villages, true gypsy villages, where there were dirt floors, like I said. And I was this close to adopting a girl from there. She was 15 and beautiful girl. She had something wrong with her heart. All I know, she said she didn't have a third wall in her heart. My nursey head can't explain that. I know it was a birth defect of some sort, but
Right.
and I think
Yeah, it
it has
doesn't
to
quite
do
make
with
sense.
all the things that close off when you're born. But
Yeah.
wanted to adopt her, and between the last trip that we went and the next one that we were going to go, her grandmother sold her to a young man so that she could buy a car. And
What the fuck?
she died. They told everybody that she died of appendicitis, but it was because of the whole being sold thing and the fact that her heart couldn't take what he was doing to her. And she died alone in the hospital. And I really want to go and beat a bitch. I want to go back one day and just beat grandma to a pulp. But anyway,
I would help. That sounds like a great GoFundMe. I would go fund that.
yeah, well, I want to go back one day, but I want to go see the parts of Romania that I didn't get to see as a missionary. I got to talk to a lot of people in a little city called Cluj, and they loved Vlad the Impaler there because the story is you could set a gold chalice on the village well and nobody would touch it. That's how there was non-existent thievery. Because he led with such a harsh hand that nobody dared steal from anybody. And their favorite story to tell Americans is how they put the horseshoes on the horses backwards to hide him. When they took him in the castle, it looked like he left. So, yeah. But they loved him. He's a national hero. And he kept the Turks from coming in and taking over because he dealt with them so harshly. Sometimes that's what you have to do to protect your people. He did what he had to.
That's pretty wild, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a pretty positive spin on Dracula, huh?
What's that?
So they got a pretty positive look on Dracula.
Well, not so much Dracula. They think that Bram Stoker was the one that twisted the story up. But yes, he was of. If you research him, he was of the house of Dracul, which is the house of the dragon. But he was the bastard son. But
we lost her. No. Okay, well. This is a pretty good time to comment. We'll see if you guys want to stick around and see if we can get her back. Let me know. Now would be a good time to message me. Help me keep the live stream going if you want to see if she'll get back on. See, Shannon wants us to keep going. All right, let me Facebook her and we will see what is going on here. Hopefully we'll hear more of her stories. I know she's an amazing human being. That is Paula from the Barefoot Gypsy. I am currently messaging her. Oh, I'm sorry. Joe, help me out here. I can't text and talk. Hold on a second. Okay, let me try texting her. Phone died. Uh-oh. Yeah, Paula's phone died. Okay. Well, folks, I would also love to hear more of her stories, but I believe that will be the end of our podcast this evening. Thank you for joining me on Shameless Self Promotion. I am Dottie the Psychic, and that is DOTTIE the Psychic, and you can find me at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Definitely check her stuff out. Because, like, if you get a chance to go down there, there are 3 big shops that I know of that I have visited. There is the Barefoot Gypsy, the Crystal Lotus, and Earth Magic. So that is in Milton, in St. Albans, and in Morgantown. If you have a place that you would like featured on Shameless Self Promotion or on Psychic Shopping here at Madame Tortuga's Lounge, please let me know at DOTTIEthepsychic@gmail. I am feeling my oats tonight, folks. I appreciate y'all coming out. Yeah, stay safe and warm out there. And as always, safe travel and much profit to you.